Hello. That sounded great there. Hello, hello. Hi, Jello. Hello, everybody else. It is Saturday, which means we're back in doing more Rogue Trader. I have a cat who's demanding yet more attention. Hi. Come on. Come on. Or stand up there. That's fine too. So yesterday I fell asleep. Many times. Repeatedly and often. That was not, in fact, my intention, but it did happen. Who do I want to give an extra turn to? I could just give Abelard an extra turn and he just runs through and kills everybody, right? I think that's probably the best thing to do here. Nice. All right. And now we charge over here. Nice. All right. We want to swap back to here. And now we want to swap back to this. I need to start remembering to do this more. I think that's like a big thing here. Is I just consistently forgot. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. All right, hooray. Oh, nice. I was not actually expecting her to kill that. All right. What happened was no accident, and if my suspicions are correct. The arbitrator looks at his palm thoughtfully, then holds it out to his cybermafters. Lido, analyze. Forget about using the setup ability for days. Yeah. I just need to remember to fucking swap weapons with him more often. Because I'm sitting there using the sword because whenever you hit with the sword, it like reduces their parry and all this other stuff. Like it gives a permanent debuff to them. And then it's like, okay, I've hit them with the sword. I should be switching to the other thing now. Hi. Come on down. Come on. You're such a... Cat's Grace. Cat's Grace is a whole ass spell that's supposed to denote how fucking good you guys do at balancing and dealing with shit like that. And yet you can't even walk down onto here without slipping and sliding. You are orange. So that does make sense. The dog's visor shivers as it scans the skin with a mesh of rays. Finally, there is a metallic click and the descending hum of cooling servo motors. The Proctor's augmetics respond with a soft buzz. A data brand. The court fool put it on me when he shook my hand, and the Laceraxes attacked everyone who had been marked. However, the beasts were not all eager to tear you apart, Rogue Trader. It appears you are wanted alive, but without my protection. Oh God, Emperor! My presses her hands to her chest. In the side of the Aquila. Her lips whisper a prayer. Forgive and protect his soul. Forgive and protect. Although mentioned being branded before he died, could you scan him too? At his master's command, Glado directs the scan rays to the dead man's severed hand, which has somehow avoided being reduced to shreds along with the rest of his body. The cybermastiff's like medics emit a warning signal. Raldo was branded too. He couldn't have known, or else he would not have doomed himself like that. I assume this is likewise the work of that buffoon. The only question is whether he was acting of his own accord or at the behest of someone else more important. Raldo called your name before he died. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused. He stares at Roldo's mauled corpse with unblinking eyes. Is this just a horrible nightmare? Could it just be dreaming? For a second there, I thought, no, I'm sorry, it's impossible. You thought what? Thought it was my brother calling my name, not Lord Roldo, but Dane wasn't there. Meaning I just imagined it in my freight. Awareness test succeeded. You think back to Roldo's last moments. It's hard to tell for certain, but it really did seem as though his voice had changed, that it sounded younger and less strained, as if he had cast off a mask. Whose soul are you praying for? My brother's, my lord. I had a feeling he wasn't acting himself lately. If I'd have known he'd have fallen in with scoundrels, I would have found them and strangled them with my own hands. What reason could your brother have to... Yeah, why would he want to kill the arbitrator? It's a mystery to me too, my celestial lord. I think about it, and I can't even imagine why. But lately, it's like he's not himself. He's sputtering these awful rhymes about blood and fate. It's like he's waiting for something, but I just can't understand what. So who's to be considered the governor now? If only I knew, my celestial lord. If only I knew. How do I know I could trust you? I swear by the emperor himself, I had not blemished before you in spirit and thought. That's what any cornered heretic... Yeah. Yeah, this is true. That is what any cornered heretic would say to try to save their life. But I really had nothing to do with any of it, my lord. All I was told to do was entertain our celestial guests and chaperone them to the castle for talks. And instead, there's just gore and death everywhere. I need to take a look around. Interesting that one of them has loot. Dangerous neighborhood. That's funny. But since we do not have any servo skulls, there's no point. Oh. Hello. Well, where ends their turn with any adjacent familiar, that familiar regains 0 wounds. Really? Wait, so he has so... Oh shit, yeah, he's like missing a whole lot of fucking slots. Oh, that could actually be very useful. Tactical advantage. That is a different thing entirely. So gloves. +3 logic. He does not care. I mean, I could just... That does just give him a flat 5% damage bonus. Coercion? That's actually not bad, right? His awareness is a 60, but that's not super high, but his coercion is a 105. So getting a plus 20 for that is actually pretty good. So I think we do that. This might be useful. Rouse, we don't care about. He's using shotguns. Yeah. So not automatic weapons. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Um, I need to do type. Okay, here we go. Long time no see. Yeah. Last Saturday? Impossible. Oh yeah, yeah, because I slept. I almost did today too. I'm gonna be honest. I woke up. It was like 5:40 or something like that. After my last alarm had already auto shut off. I was just streaming going, just got here. About a little less than that. Let's see, how long have I been alive? 17 minutes. So just a little over 10 minutes of actual me being on screen time. You know what? We'll do this one. And then I need gloves. All right, so what gloves are we doing? Melee attacks, don't care. Injury, that sucks. Recoil, doesn't matter. I think we just do this one, right? Allow him to parry. We do not, he's not a death cult. 5% damage is decent, but we don't have... Wait! We are using single shots though, right? Oh, no. No. I'm sorry. No, single shots are not... Okay. Big shield, small gun just looks wrong. Yeah, but it is what it is. That also does not matter. Yeah, I think it's going to be this one. I think we give him these. Oh, he also doesn't have boots. I didn't realize. Where's hit? And where hits we do not have openings for him. Enemy attempts to make that push strike would sell before the attack is able to hit the wearer. That also might be very good for him. Hmm. Yeah, that could be really good for him as well. Okay, cool. We actually, I did not realize that he just didn't have shit in his inventory at all. Oh, wait, I also don't have boots on. There we go. How the fuck did I go this entire time not having fucking boots on my main character? What the fuck? All right, take us to the castle. I hear and obey, my celestial lord. Please. Maybe it breaks off. Maybe they all sucked. I guess. But, like, considering I'm me, I am somebody who I despise not having somebody fully equipped. What happened after the fight you didn't finish yesterday? This. I literally have barely done anything outside of that fight. We got a couple of items off of the corpses. I went in, did some inventory stuff, and now we are here. My breaks off as Solomon walks by, brushing past her with his shoulder before examining the elevator with a fault-finding eye. Not daring to speak again, the young woman makes a gesture of invitation and steps onto the platform herself. No sooner have you stepped into the elevator than a short metallic clang comes from somewhere above you. Really? Bluff the court fool. I hope you enjoyed my bloodthirsty menagerie. You instantly recognize the spiteful voice and the cocky smirk of the fool's mask. The arm that was mauled by the cybermastiff at their first meeting hangs limply. He has not even bothered to bandage it. Still acting the buffoon, some people never learn. Solomon gestures behind his back to the cybermastiff, sending him off on a circuit along the wall. A pulsing light draws your attention. Against the far wall, an old man stands behind an ominous-looking altar. The heavily augmented man stares in wonder at the flashes of blue light snaking through the veins of the certium in the floor and walls. The crystals in his eye sockets gleam and go dark in time with the flashes. At once, you recognize him as the sculptor who offered to carve your visage out of the certium. The old man does not seem to notice you. All of his attention is focused on the strange altar. Tadua the executioner stands behind the fool and gives you a crooked smile. Nearby, Lucra, the fortress commander, keeps a sullen vigil. His hand never leaves the handle of his weapon. Perhaps you could start by explaining what that was all about. Now, why so tense? I simply grew tired of you forever wandering about with your retinue. Never a chance for a quiet word face to face. Yet I see your fearsome guardian has managed to find his way here as well. The fool steers as he nods towards the arbitrator. And do pardon the less than gentle reception. These rain-worn mechanisms never fail to disappoint, creaking one moment, failing the next. Bodyguards for a private conversation, isn't that a bit much? Times are troubled, as you know. I want everything to go according to plan. Governor is dead. Was it your doing? Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't swallow a man whole even if I wanted to. I'm going to enjoy killing this man. Alas, Rix, fool, you unleashed it on the governor. Don't try to deny it. Seems humor is not part of the vocabulary of the Emperor's servants, but truth should be. You see, the governor was a fraud, a fake, not worth crying over. The true governor of Thessera stands before you, esteemed guest. Dang, come on. Don't say things like that. It's not right. It's... Shut up, you idiot. Can't even do as you're told. Will tosses a look of utter contempt at Maeve. He's just not gonna have a face. Like, that's literally what it's gonna end up being. He's just not gonna have a fucking face. So asking him to take off the mask, what was it the Maeve should have done? Bring it here to the altar of change and not ask questions. So simple, but she couldn't even manage that. And I, according to your plan, was supposed to die. Solomon raises the palm of his hand that holds the invisible mark of the data brand. Exactly. I don't need you, but don't worry, I've planned for this as well. Tavrisk, are you ready? Lustworks, clearly enjoying his imaginary power. Or is it real? This is his story mission? Yeah. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, this is his story mission, which is why he's in the party in the first place. Stalmore turns slightly away from the fool and makes a series of furtive hand signals, telling you to stall while the Cybermastiff gets into position. Tavris the sculptor. The preparations are complete, my lord. Barely able to take his eye off the dark altar, the sculptor hobbles toward the edge of the balcony. I've reached the plot. Congratulations. Oh my god. I suppose the irregularities in the tithe were part of your plan too? Oh yes, one small part of the grand design. To be precise, the first bait you had to take, which you did with commendable zeal. The concept was simple: disrupt the shipment and provoke a response. An ingenious trap that the Arbites, I can never remember how to say that, walked right into. But fate granted me a special boon. You were caught in my net along with them, Terry. You didn't trap anyone. You shot yourself in the foot. Only an idiot would think they could outmatch a rogue trader and a proctor together. What this mission is even about? You're half asleep for most of it, so I didn't really follow the narrative. I was just listening. That's fair. So what started was this planet had a tithe to the Emperor, which was missing. So Solomon, like the whole time that he's been with us, he's been trying to figure out what's going on with this missing tithe. And that's basically the long and short of it. We got here. The governor was throwing a party to welcome us. In the party, that's when the Laceraxes killed everybody. And now we're here. Sarah's, Sarah's not your homeworld, is that right? You've already found me out, eh? That's right. I was born and raised on Idex, the greatest world in all the Imperium. I'll never forget that mix of plasteel and ferrocrete, the glitter of proud spires, and the eternal humiliation of my appointment. Why were you sent to Thessera? To serve the Imperium faithfully and honesty. Honestly, why else? Our all-knowing administratum benefits if the feudal throne is occupied by someone with an intelligence level higher than a Grox's. A golden shove for all my diligent service on Idex. I packed my bags and came here to govern this backwater. What a joke. Tithe. T-I-T-H-E. It's basically like a monetary tribute. The arbitrator gives you a subtle nod. The Cybermastiff is close enough for a decisive lunge. Taxes, basically, pretty much, yeah. Your scribe left some intriguing notes behind. In them, he appears to be describing the switching of bodies. Is that part of your plan? You are perceptive, aren't you? My previous experiments were failures. You have met some of them, actually, including Fault himself. Remember the crazy mutant by the Thesmophorus? His brains turned out to be a bit of a complication. Mocking laughter erupts from behind the mask, making the fool's body shake all over. But do not fret. This time it will work. I will not listen to another word of this heresy. Enough talk. You have overlooked one small detail. What detail? Talk, you bastard. I literally just said that we're done talking, and now Solomon is he's undermining my authority by telling him to talk. Raises the voice and takes a step toward Bluff, clearly trying to draw his attention. Fighter freezes silently, awaiting the signal attack. Ignores the arbitrator, his gaze fixed on Maeve, or more specifically, the necklace on her chest. A lovely piece, isn't it? See Solomon's hand signal out of the corner of your eye. Glido leaps, but does not reach the fool. The psyker moves at the same time. A flash of light, and everything goes dark. What just happened? You are surrounded by the smell of old rust. The darkness reluctantly retreats. The pain comes first, the throbbing in your head, then the metallic taste in your mouth, and finally, the feel of the hard floor, chafing your stinging cheek. Look around. You see Bluff through the bars of the cage. The mocking smile on his sinister mask seems to grow even broader. Or is it a trick of the light? Maeve, as white as a sheet, with a dark abrasion on her face, weeps quietly as she stands stock still beside the fool. There are markings on the floor at your feet, a crooked circle bordered by unholy symbols. Bluff is standing at the center of an identical circle. You hear a quiet, measured scraping sound and an old man's muttering coming from the depths of the hall. The few words you manage to catch sound nothing like Gothic. Rogue Trader, can you hear me? You turn to the voice. Allboard is trapped in one of the side cells. Apart from a bleeding bruise on his forehead, it appears unharmed. So my immediate thought is to fuck up the circle. Like, literally just fuck up the circle. It doesn't matter if you have to pull out your dick and piss on it. Like, just scuff the circle in some way. If it's super intricate and everything, that means that it has to be. For whatever the fuck they're trying... Well, they're basically trying to do a fucking mind swap, right? That's what I've gathered here. Somewhere, you alright? Fine. Looks away for a moment, then back at you. Under Bluff's unwavering gaze, he cannot communicate any more clearly. Oh, the number 4 is basically begging for your life? Yeah. Maeve's necklace is more than a pretty bauble, I take it. Much more. You see, with the right knowledge, the right tools, and some complex rituals, people can transform a simple, dirty blue pebble from the depths of the Sarah into something truly special. However, it's a bit late for you to do anything with that information. When I get out of here, you are dead. Enough chit-chat. Tavrisk, begin! Wheezing raspily. The old man with the Thessertium eyes spews a torrent of unholy words from his toothless mouth. In response, the marquise beneath your cage seem to inhale and begin glowing with light. Yeah, see, that was... Like, literally, the first thing that you should have done is start fucking with the symbols. Maeve's gaze leaps from you to Bluff in alarm. Tear-reddened eyes widen as she realizes what is happening. Dane, stop! Her slight form crashes into the fool, pushing him out of the center of the circle. The world explodes into shards, suffused with a blinding light that burns out your eye sockets, incinerates the air in your lung, and makes your heart judder in your chest. Judder. Well, I have never seen... Is that an actual... I don't believe that that's an actual word. Apparently it is. Shake and vibrate rapidly and with force. I was just reading this silently. My bad. Makes your heart judder in your chest. And finally, darkness descends. Impenetrable and absolute, encompassing everything. It cradles you, dissolving everything that was once you. Everything that once was. You are bobbing like a boat tossed upon the waves. Colors and sounds meld into a cacophony, stirring up nausea in this exhausted body. You blink. and the patches of color fall into place. Or do they? Across from you in the cage, you see a frightened, disoriented face, an expression you have never seen in a mirror. At your feet lies a gaudy mask that has fallen from the fool's face. Covering his wrinkled visage with both hands, the ugly and enraged governor of the Sarah rises hastily on trembling legs. Bluffed the court fool, staring daggers at you, rolled those shrieks. Seize her! Seize babe! Guard takes a heavy step in your direction. Look on his face promises nothing pleasant. Almor, now! Sweet melodious voice rings out. Not yours. Lito, attack! Your head swims, and through the haze you recognize the figure of a guard coming closer and closer with no sign of stopping. Your gaze sweeps over the room, searching for a way out, for a solution, until somewhere at the periphery of your vision you notice a streak of scarlet. This is Cybermaster's visors lighting up, giving you a chance to run. Okay, I was not expecting a body swap plot. I didn't even realize that that was a possibility. Your mind is a loose shard, cast out into nothing, screaming in the voices of thousands of lives. Are they your lives, or do they belong to another? Yeah, so now I'm Maeve. The blood cracks branch out, biting into every scrap of disjointed thought, ravaging, hungering, to shatter what little of your own self remains. A cry gurgles in the depths, a plea to make the torment stop and let you dissolve into unconsciousness. But something has sunk its claws into you, keeping you in place, fusing you back together piece by piece. Methodically and tortuously, it continues to skewer the shreds of your identity into the thread of existence in an attempt to outpace the all-consuming void. Aren't you glad you didn't try to do this part while half asleep? Yes, because I would have been fucking brain exploded. Your memories of the last several minutes are incoherent and painful. The flash of sorcery, the leap into the unknown, Solomorn shouting something, he gave Glido an order, but what order was it? Any attempt you make to process what happened only pulls you deeper into unconsciousness. This was me yesterday. Any attempt you make to process what happened only pulls you deeper into unconsciousness. Here, let me try to do this action for the 4th time. Oh, wait, what is it? Here, let me try to do this thing. Let me scroll back to the battle and... Wait, what's happening? Should put a thing at the beginning of that VOD. It's like, all right, on any given action, take bets on how many naps I take. You're wrenched suddenly out of oblivion by blunt, merciless bite. You try to breathe and hear your own ragged wheeze. Sight gradually returns to you, and an angry horse's head emerges from the mist. You are back. You are alive. Push the horse away. Success. The strange flesh obeys you reluctantly, as if receiving your commands with a delay. It takes all of your grit to raise a dainty hand, place it on the horse's muzzle. The animal snorts and tosses the hand away with ease. Focus your gaze. Slowly your eyes begin to put together a sorted image. Everything... Okay, fine. Come on. Fine. Come on. No, he just wants to have the hand on me. The paw on the shoulder. Everything around you is brown and disgusting. Hay, wood, blood, dirt, horse. The trapdoor you jumped down has led you to a stable. A stable is a place for peasants, not sovereigns, but somehow your body remembers the sense of poverty. Your consciousness expands heavily, like sick lungs. You remember a large basket, bundles of food, clutched in your hands, and the grateful smiles of the hungry. Your hands find something on your chest, something so cold it burns your fingers. For a moment, you think that it is the real you, the shard of your will lost in the flow, but it turns out to be nothing more than a Certium necklace. As you look at it, the crystal stares back at you with its still blue eye. The fool's wrinkled face suddenly emerges from the reflection, and his gloating voice seems to hang at the edge of your awareness. This body remembers pain and electrified air, something bad. Your shout is as thin as a death cry, and unbearably shrill. Still, it is just strong enough to make the creature stop trying to bite you and back off. Oh, you finally figured out that you could just walk down, huh? Memories that are not your own tear into your mind, replacing your thoughts. It occurs to you that someone else used to scare all the monsters away. Big Brother, so funny and always smiling. With some effort, you manage to force his gentle face out of your head. Pull to the side. Your attempt at twisting your body around only ends in racky pain shooting through your back. The most you can achieve is a lurch upward, accompanied by a piercing crunch somewhere in the spine. Good. You sway as if from sickness, all of your limbs feeling impossibly fragile. Scrawny legs, frail arms, these do not belong to you. This is a costume, and it is not yours. It does not fit your status. It is the wrong size, and it still carries greasy traces of its former owner inside. You are overcome with the urge to tear off your flesh and throw it away like a worn glove. Willpower test succeeded. You gather your will and repress the desire to peel all of the skin off. Good. Good. The mad impulse recedes. The memories that linger in this body may yet prove useful. To complete the picture, you have no choice but to look into a nearby water trough at your reflection. You see familiar features. Some unnatural force has dragged you out of your body and into that of Maeve. Roll those lady-in-waiting. Now that you have spent some time in this stable, you feel a little more accustomed to your new limbs. Where's your own mortal shell? Wait. Oh. Interesting. So I am perplexed, disturbed, staggered. I have psychosomatic trauma. And it's not my body. Mountain of vegetable waste rises up ahead, next to which stands a rusty pitchfork. Your attention is drawn to something pale pink, half buried under the waste and looking suspiciously like a limb. It's like me every Monday, yeah. So I have a question. What's preventing them from immediately doing this again? Like, obviously he wants the Rogue Trader's body so that he can take the Rogue Trader's authority and position. The Rogue Trader's body is still in the cage. So why don't they just repeat the fucking ritual immediately after it failed? Needs to recharge. There's the cooldown. Investigate the waste. You pull out the strange object of the pile. What emerges is a human forearm, crudely severed at the elbow. The horse behind you sniffs and cranes its neck. Take the arm? Pick up what used to be someone's arm. The horse looks at the dead figures greedily. Pick up the pitchfork. This could be a decent weapon, if not for one problem. You lack the strength to pull it free from the earth. Oh my god. Step away. The horse shifts about. I'm gonna feed the horse. I'm gonna feed the arm to the horse. The creature that dragged you out of unconsciousness turns out to be a muddy brown horse. From the darkness, the beast follows you with its large black eyes. It looks hungry and frightened. Look around the stable. The horse must have smashed through the stall to reach you. You immediately note the empty trough and the fetid pile of vegetable tops under your feet. For the moment, the approach to the rotting waste is blocked by an iron fence. The horse whinnies restlessly as it casts its eye toward the barrier. Examine the horse. The horse snorts, shows you its large teeth. It is unclear what this creature usually feeds on, but right now, it would happily munch on your fingers. Oh, well, I have an extra set of fingers that I could donate. The good horse, you were trying to eat me, were you? Horse watches you cautiously. You can see thick strings of saliva dripping from its lips. Toss the corpse part over the stable door. Animal's nostrils flare in agitation. It pauses for a second, watching the arm's trajectory, then trots after the treat with a rumble. Snorting frantically, the horse hurtles towards the stable door and smashes straight through it. The sight of the stable hand standing in the doorway portends nothing good for you. The man's face is savage, and glinting in his hand is a meat cleaver. You let the horse loose, you little wench! I'll skin you alive. Call for help. You take a deep breath and scream as loud as you can. Your voice reeks pitifully. The cry may be your last. You see your new reflection in the blade of the cleaver. There's no way out. At least this foray into the life of the Thessarian peasantry has been a short one. An abrupt metallic clang rattles in the stable. Something very heavy is coming your way at terrifying speed. And it's Glido! The cleaver, raised for a strike, falls from the man's hand as he screams, assailed by a whirlwind of fangs, fur, and metal. Having emerged from the gloom, the cybermastiff does not give the stable hand even a single chance. After ripping out a part of his spine, Jesus, the beast spits out the corpse and looks up at you. Good boy. You notice a dent in one of the cybermastiff's implants. He has taken a beating. It's hard to say whether he received this injury at the time of your capture or during his escape from the castle. Chungus again? Yep. He is very insistent today. Yeah. Glido stares at you for a while, then barks and turns to scan the area. He's clearly waiting for orders. Cybermastiff listens only to its Arbites master. The fact that Glido is here means that Solomorn has ordered him to follow you through the trapdoor. The arbitrator must have adjusted Glido's priorities to have him guard you. Hooray. I'm glad that there's a bloated mutant. That bodes well for me. I just leave. I'm like, I'm a whammon now. The local inhabitants coming down the slope look hostile in the extreme. The violence of them is missing an eye, but he makes sure to keep his remaining one fixed on you. Hey, Poppet, where'd you get that dress? You know, my bride-to-be would love to wear a dress like that on her wedding day. Would you lend it to her? The one-eyed bandit glances at your dirty yet expensive clothes. Something tells you that these people would gladly peel the dress off you, right along with your skin. Of course I'll lend it to you right after I flay you where you stand, scum. Really? I had a 75% and I rolled a 77. Eat my ass, game. Several bandits at once break into howling laughter. Oh, that sure gave me a fright, it did, says the leader through the tears. Casually pulling a knife from his sleeve, Glato, standing by your leg, lets out a rumbling growl and the laughter stops. The bandits sneer while eyeing the cybermastiff. Suddenly, a familiar voice calls out from above. You leave that sweet girl alone, you half-baked bridegroom. I won't accept a present like that. If you hurt her, I won't let you on my doorstep either. The young woman from the imposter hunt is smiling at you from the balcony of a nearby hut. It's hard to say if she has recognized you as the rogue trader, but she clearly remembers Maeve. Bandit leader glares at the woman, then spits. That fussy hag, she thinks she can push me around. You and the dress, get lost if you know what's good for you. Bandit lets you pass, having seemingly lost all interest in you. I can't believe that she thinks that she can push me around, so let me prove that wrong by doing exactly what she says. I believe the technical term for that particular type of situation is whipped. The wheel is similar to the ones used to raise the enormous elevator in the central square. This one, however, is completely something with age. Rusted through with age. That's unfortunate. The phrase, where are my eyes, they've melted, is not one that should ever be a thing. Left your powdered face, you stupid girl. What if it fell on someone's head? But the whole day hooking up that thing, now we've got to do it all over again. Get out of here before you break anything else. That's the point I'm trying to. I'm trying very, very hard to get out of here. Half sunk in malodorous mud, the houses, if one can call them that, are packed together like bubbos on a plague-stricken body. That is another word that I've never heard before in my life. The Black Death. Ooh. This elevator could be the paths of the upper town. Only weren't so high up. Wait. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, guys, time to leave. All right. Oh, I knew there was something. Gonna be something to do with these three. Several commoners are talking in a loud whisper, taking no notice of you. A balding man with a bowl cut is gesturing energetically, his back turned towards you. Never thought a thing like this would happen in my time. A new celestial lord has paid us a visit. They say he descended from the sky on a great bird of iron, and stepped out of its belly clad in golden armor. Any who saw him were blinded by the splendor. That's his anointed for you. Rubbish. I've heard that tale before, and only an idiot would believe it. He's a nobleman like any other, just a more important one. Treats everyone like dirt and pushes people around. Worse than any of our own nobles do, but that's the way it is, isn't it? It's the God Emperor's will that their place be at the top and ours in the dust. How the world works. Next thing you know, the Celestial Lord will make this whole place his own. Pot-bellied man runs a finger under his nose, leaving a clean patch on his Grammy face. Well, I mean, I'm definitely not going to leave the governor alive. Oh, I wish it was like you said, but something tells me bad things are coming now that he's here. I heard the new Celestial Lord. Wait, look, that's Maeve over there. She's serving the Celestial Lord herself. She can tell us all about it. Hey, Maeve! You want me to tell you about the Celestial Lord? Well, I do know a thing or two. His eyes light up with curiosity at your words. Why did they talk about spaceships like if they were Middle Ages people? Dude, this whole planet is fucking weird, man. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this place. But, like, this is basically like a low fantasy world in a sci-fi game. It's fucking weird. People's eyes light up with curiosity at your words. They hurriedly gather around you, ready to hear something extraordinary. So the Celestial Lord accepted the key to the Seraph from the court fool's hands himself. He didn't shun the fool, he didn't beat him. So gracious. Servant whispers with reverence. That's how it happened, right, Maeve? With the Joker and Noble's party, yeah. Yeah, I got the coin flip. Well, almost. The governor's gift wasn't to his liking, and Roldo was punished severely for it. Now every time the Celestial Lord so much as looks at him, he quivers, and his teeth clatter so badly he could use his jaw as a hammer. Finally, someone our rich folks are afraid of. The people exchange whispers, nodding vigorously at each other. Every now and then, you catch a rapt glance in your direction. I told you he's not just any Celestial Lord, but one of the God Emperor's anointed, a benefactor. Quiet, will you? Let Maeve speak. Have you heard about the mutant disaster? Everyone wanted to blame the commander or the executioner, but the Celestial Lord interfered and was merciful. It was like I'm telling you, wasn't it, Maeve? Damn. It was just like you said. We would fall silent for a while, each lost in their own thoughts. Maeve, you got closer to him than anyone else here. How did he treat you? Yeah, Maeve, tell us. What's it like to be around one of the God Emperor's anointed? If it had been me there, I know I couldn't have said a word in his presence. You never know what to expect from someone of such rank. For all you know, you say the wrong thing and he has your tongue ripped out, roasted and served to you on a plate. What's that look for? It happened before, I wouldn't lie. Amicable and kind to me. Oh, come on. Just a quick glance, just to walk on the same ground he stepped on. If he... Just a quick glance, just to walk on the same ground he stepped on. If we had rulers like that, we could all breathe more freely. Why can't they make mercy their new custom instead of wearing these sewed-on faces? Oh, have you heard about Lord Grimley's new wife? The pot-bellied servant has the other two's attention now. They lean closer, losing interest in the previous topic. You can no longer hear a word they're saying. It would appear the trio has forgotten about you entirely. Alright. I'm glad I spent time on that. Why can't I go up here? The voice in your companion's head is speaking in your own voice. There's no need for concern. The proctor and I are in the middle of examining. Ah, so they did. They did redo it again. Okay. There is no need for concern. The proctor and I are in the middle of examining the documents together with the governor. I will be back as soon as we are done here. There's a loud click indicating that the other side has cut the connection. But to their knowledge, the governor's dead. Abelard furrows his brow. What he just heard does not sit well with the old officer. Oh, I feel uneasy. Even though the Lord Captain did report that everything is fine, something about his voice wasn't quite right. And again, the proctor is there too. Shut up, little whispers. Huh, they're really acted up. You know what? I don't care what the Lord Captain said. Something's wrong. Jai jerks her foot impatiently, her heel tapping loudly against the paving stones. First that elevator, now the rogue trader is stuck in the local archive. Intuition tells me they are making fools of us, and we're playing right into their hands by standing around down here. Every moment spent away from the Doman is another defeat for me. As soon as you approach, everyone's attention shifts to you. For now, their reaction feels closer to pent-up irritation than outright hostility. Me! Harry, Lord Captain. Your words are greeted with looks of bewilderment. Even the sight of Glados standing at your side seems only to raise more questions. Isn't that the meek little lady-in-waiting that was assigned to my Shireen? Looks like she's lost Lord Captain too, and her sanity to boot. My dear, were you not assigned to watch over the rogue trader? Adira stares at you. Yeah! The psyker knows. The psyker knows. Adira stares at you and her eyebrows start to creep upward. I'll be damned. Either I'm completely out of my mind or well, that's just insane. Lord Captain, in the body of that court lady? That's rich, whispers. She starts rubbing her eyes as if trying to clear them. I fall victim to profane sorcery. I need my body back. Do not weep, child. I will cut your thread quickly and painlessly before your soul succumbs to corruption. Abelard, I want to see what happens. Abelard, present me to my retinue. Abelard startles that tone. The seneschal looks you over from head to toe in amazement, but you can still see that he is unsure. But you can see that he is still unsure. I'm Terry Von. I don't like the Look, I have Solomon Cybermastiff with me. Would he order his dog to guard some Thessarian chit? Retinue hesitates. It seems your argument sounds convincing enough to plant a seed of doubt, in their minds at least. Alright, fine, we'll do this. I am Terry von Valancius, heir to Theodora von Valancius, who perished in the course of Kunrad Voigtvir's treachery. What else must I dredge up from my past to make you believe me? Abelard scowls. You could have memorized a few facts from the Lord Captain's biography. Are we to play guessing games now? Not the most skillful attempt, little mouse. Our charade would have come up with something. Oh my god. We need to get upstairs. Stop puzzling over your identity. Start acting seems to have had an effect. At least no one is arguing with you anymore. Fortunately, my party is not built in such a way that it relies solely on me. The dust clears. You see the familiar hall. From the shadows, the jester's eyes spark with malice as they meet yours. Behind him stands a cage, in which you, or rather your body, is sitting. Your face is washed with tears, your lip is split, and a vox lies next to you. In another cage to the side stands Solomon, glaring through the bars at the true governor at Thessera. Upon seeing you and Glyto, the proctor straightens. It seems he was just waiting for your return. Without taking his intent gaze off of you, he gives you a slow nod. He's ready to fight. But how did you... The elevator! Damn it, why did you have to make all this commotion? Why couldn't you just sit in a cage out of the way and wait for the ritual to be completed? The fool looks back at the altar. Tavrisk, move! Stacker's cracked skin seems ready to crumble to dust, but his Thessertium eyes burn with an otherworldly fire. The ritual is nearly complete, my lord. The altar of change is ready to irrevocably switch the threads of fate. Hmm. You have stolen something from me, Roldo. I've come to reclaim it. And how, may I ask, do you intend to do that? Only Tavrisk and myself know how the ritual works. Certainly, he is the only one who can perform it, and it just so happens that we don't feel much inclined to cooperate. Psyker, return me to my body at once, and I will grant you an easy death. Without removing his hands from the stone in front of him, the heavily augmented old man turns around to look at you, an expression of utter amazement spreading across his face. But why? Why would I negotiate with a corpse to be? You are the past, and the governor and I are bound for the future. Really not going to like that future, old man. The ones beyond the door already send their regards. Just can't wait to meet you and this little king of yours. There's truth in his words. It is senseless to negotiate with a corpse to be. Well, Emperor knows I was trying to give you a chance. How very generous. Allow me to repay you in kind. If you leave now, you may live out the rest of your days on my planet as that dunce of a woman. No, wait. I've changed my... Metal of the cage emits a piteous creak as Solomon slams his entire weight against the bars. Damn! You moron! I still need to get my body back, you fucker! You struggle to open your eyes. After the world has once again taken shape, you realize that you're staring at your own palms from your own eye sockets. You move a hand and each muscle responds gratefully. Filling with warmth. The others watch you with a mixture of hope and dismay. Maeve, the real Maeve, looks at you through watering eyes. Myself again. It was so. She likes the strength for anything more and her body collapses to the ground. Items lost. Combat algorithms. This, okay. This motherfucker had no way to know that destroying... Wait. How did you know that would work? I didn't, but the heretics were so obsessed with this lump of stone, I figured their sorcery would be ruined without it. But that just means that you could have locked me in that fucking other body forever, you shitbag. I hate you so much. Why did they just shoot it before that? I have no idea, dude. Like, they had already tried to kill him at least once. Acceptable losses, you aren't the tithe. Fuck you. Governor Ronaldo, for the crimes of stealing my body from me, practicing heresy, and all-around monstrousness, you are hereby sentenced to death. Attack! Fair shave. Achieve victory. Okay. We could be there. Wait. Hold up, bullshit. I've been through a combat since I got this. Reduces the character's intelligence and willpower in the next combat. I fought the Laceraxes. That was a combat. Why is this still here? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. All right, start the battle. All right, there we go. Dude, I love that I just get this shit for free now. It's so good.
Will do. Aim for the
Oh,
heart
fuck. I did not see this. Oh, shit. I did not see this. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, interesting. Also, veil degradation ain't looking too great. No way this motherfucker lived on 2. You're such a bitch. I'm so glad that he decided to buff the guy who was basically dead. Oh, god damn it.
I will not be deterred.
Wait, if I do this... Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Okay. What is this? Torrent of Fury. Salmorn removes all stacks of Fury. Its critical hit chance increase... critical hit chance, damage, and dodge reduction are increased by 5% until the end of the turn. How many stacks of Fury does he have? Ah. Whatever Gladius suffers it. Okay, gotcha. Wait, what did he just do? Oh, wait. I bet you there's an achievement to beat him without killing any of these, huh? Wait, is there? It would be down for a while because it's a DLC thing. Maybe not? This is one of the hidden achievements. Whatever. Yeah, itchy. All right. Anyway. 10% additional. Yeah, that's what I want. What is he doing? What is he doing to it? Wait. Oh, okay, that's what he's doing. Gotcha. Okay, so he's just all right. Understood. Understood. Understood.
Such is the will of chaos. Look out.
Oh my god, dude. Cabela's gonna have such a good turn.
I am your doom.
I'm amazed that wait, what how did wait. Adira fucking parried. And dodged as well. Holy shit, she has a like a crazy high dodge chance. Nice. Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Dude, she just she just does so much damage. It's not even fucking funny, man. Holy fuck. You know what? Just because I could. I still have 4 action points. I don't really care about any of them at this point, right? Like it just does not matter. Is there a way to get all of these? There is. All right, we're just gonna.
Emperor, protect me.
Oh my god. Oh, there's Tajua. Oh shit! I didn't realize he was here.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing. Death is a blessing.
will be done. Let's get to it.
Terry's right there. I need to get somebody up there to deal with Tavrisk. I'm just trying to think of who I should do it. Could send Abelard up there. Could send Cabela up there, actually. Oh my god, even with all this, I can't. Oh, but I am... Man, that's so annoying that, like, Jai is one of the ones that can actually get to him, but she does so little damage herself that it's basically not worth it. Alright, what is this? All enemies supposed to reroll successful dodge and parry. Yeah, we're gonna do that. What's overwhelmed? Alright, Cabela. You're getting another full turn.
I shall not fail.
Are you fucking kidding me? Please let me. No fucking way, I still can't get there. Oh my god. I should have used the blitz stratagem. Fuck. I still am.
Tell me, and it is done.
This way.
What? What do you mean the path is blocked? I hate that it keeps resetting. Is there an option that I could take that like stops resetting the fucking camera? There we go. Well, it's I hate that it keeps like I'm trying to focus on this guy, but it keeps pulling the camera back to Terry every fucking thing that I do. All right. Okay, cool. Um, damn, I was hoping that that would be enough to kill him. All right, Adira.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, I keep forgetting about these three over here. All right, Cabela, could you actually get to the guy? Thank you. Wait, why does she have 18,000 movement points this time? Last time she couldn't move for shit. Ugh. Yeah, like all of a sudden, all of my people have like a bajillion. Can't she just jump? I didn't have any jumps left. In the ensuing silence, a gurgly sticker becomes clearly audible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do you get? So you start the fight with, I think, 1 or 2. I can't remember. And then you regain a stack every time you kill somebody with her. Her ultimate also gives you 4, I believe. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. ICR guest is 2 alive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the gutting, start the fun. The ugly shambles that has rolled his face dissolves into a semblance of a smile. Cease your inane mutterings. You may open your mouth when you are asked a question, and your answer had better be honest and to the point, or I swear by the Lex, I will make you speak. Or rather, whatever remains of you after I finish preparing you for the interrogation. Are there any other victims of your ritual that survived? No, and I didn't count the dead. The ritual is a complex one to perform. So it took Tavrisk and me a long time to calibrate it. And you are the one it worked on. To think of all the possibilities that opened up using the Altar of Change, I could have worked my way up to a Lord of Terra. What are you talking about? You sick degenerate? My father used to say, if you come a long way, keep going. I'm a dead man as it is, so I might as well dream a little. Tessartium, what are its properties? This wretched little world held nothing worthy of attention, save for Tessartium. When I started having dreams about it and about changing bodies, I thought I was going insane, and I shared this with my sculptor, the now late Tavrisk. He helped me to understand the essence of the mineral. Experiments and studies followed, mostly carried out by Tavrisk. I don't have his gift, but oh, the things I could do if I were a sorcerer. In the end, he realized the Tessartium was a potent psi focus. After 1,000 cursed attempts, and a combination of powers, energies, and sacrificial victims, Tavrisk managed to create his finest sculpture from it. The Altar of Change. A magnificent artifact, a door to eternity. No more limitations imposed by our mortal bodies. No ailments, no injuries. If your flesh is worn, just swap it for new flesh. Don't like your lot in life? Choose from 1,000 others. No longer just a dream, but its most perfect realization. Immortality in stone. What? I know it's not an option. What? Oh, what? Ugh, yeah. I know it's not an option. I've got my own life to live out somehow. Why would I want to take on another? What's the point of the whole masquerade with the fake governor? The governor attracts too much attention, and I wanted my hands to stay untied, so I offered my court fool a fair bargain. He would become me, ruling the planet, living the good life, getting whatever he wanted, while I would be out there flying toward the stars. We traded faces, clothes, and lives. Because I had gotten the local nobles into the habit of sewing other people's mugs onto their heads, the switch went unnoticed. Ugh. But the switch was only the first part of the deal. Naturally, I didn't mention the second part, the removal of witnesses. Someone is going to turn against you the moment there's a knife in his beloved sister's throat. Can't afford to keep him alive. Has a hateful glance in Maeve's direction. Want to talk about your plan? What was your goal here? Plan was simple and elegant. The Stera starts underpaying its tithe. The Arbites swallow the bait and send their messengers here. That's when I spring my trap. I change into the body of the arbitrator or proctor who lands here, pack up the altar, board the Arbites ship, and wave goodbye to this ball of dirt swinging in the void. A rogue trader would have been even better, but greed has a way of spoiling a good game of regicide. The plan has not changed, Villarule, though. The Undying One has whispered your name, and the execution of his will is nigh. Of course, this game involved one key piece, the embodiment of freedom of choice, my magnificent altar. So much accumulated potential from years of experimentation. It is damaged, but it still beckons, waiting to be used. Roldo looks you in the eye with a caustic smile. I advise you to keep it safe. Who knows how many thousands of lives it will claim if something happens to it. Unleashing all that power. The verdict, Solomorn. I'll execute him myself. Fucking point blank sniper shot to the head. That man's entire fucking skull is gone. Roldo, you have committed unthinkable heresy, and I refuse to acknowledge you as a human being or read your verdict as befitting a criminal. You are a stain on Thessara's history, and it is time to wipe you from it. Maeve opens her eyes and immediately jumps to her feet at the sight of the bloody corpse. She clenches her hands on her chest and her eyes well up. He was not your brother, Maeve. The young woman nods meekly, and a single tear runs down her cheek. Her voice is hollow when she speaks. You're right. He was the one who doomed him. Found anything, Solomorn? Yes, the data slate with the shipment chronicle that they spent so much time vainly searching for. According to the records, the tithe period is 1 Terran decade, and the quota prescribed is 1,000 cargo units. The governor withheld 100 units from each of the 5 most recent shipments. That means this world has no actual difficulty regularly supplying its tribute. We consider that matter settled. Deciding what to do with the Tessartium is far more important. It is a resource we cannot afford to ignore. I propose destroying all of the Tessartium already mined, as well as its deposits. The probability that the material itself is a source of corruption is too high. It would take years of research by the Adeptus Astra Telepathica to prove it's safe for the souls of the Sanction. Years that Corotus does not have, even if the local adept had funds to spare. Allowing an abomination like that to exist is against the lex. As for assessing the degree of Thesaurus corruption and deciding its fate, the law prescribes leaving this to the judgment of the world's owners, that is, the Administratum. Master Killjoy, a Psyfocus is just a rock without a will of its own, a tool, like you. So what if some lunatic once used it for their deranged ends? It could just as equally serve a good purpose. Destroy the gold mine? Has the iron-jawed Ashmag lost his mine, Shireen? Got to start harvesting this wonderful mineral. In the name of the Imperium, obviously. Yeah. Dare I remind you, Lord Captain, that no one besides you has any knowledge of this mineral's properties? If it is left here, no one will find out. What a crafty way to paint me as a mindless henchman. Let me also remind you that I report directly to the Marshal, and my reports are thorough. Oh my god, the first fucking... Well, yes, technically the second mention of Exterminatus. But the first one since we left, the first planet that we were on. I can't remember its name. But yeah, we're gonna do it. The Serdium has been used for wicked ends, but that does not mean it cannot be useful. We must study the material thoroughly before deciding whether to destroy it or include it in the tithe. Your orders are clear, rogue trader. Yeah, get over it, you fucking jackass. My celestial lord, what am I to do now? You are an accomplice to the heretics, and you have been touched by sorcerer's blight. In your position, I would beg for a swift execution. There's no hatred in Solomon's words, only a total conviction about their truth. Servitors? Holy shit. What can you do? I can brew recap. I can do sweet. I can do sweet with a foam of cream. Or strong. Oh! Strong with several spices. I can dance, see, carry scrolls and data slates. Yes, that Sarah needs a new governor, one we could trust. But I don't think she has the skills to do it. That's the issue. She also does not have the personality. Ain't no way she would be a good governor. For sciences, I think I'm gonna have her come with me. Like, she wouldn't even make a good supervisor at Walmart, let alone governor of a planet in the Warhammer universe. Ain't no way. Nah, she's coming with me. Thank you, my celestial lord. You are my savior. Going to trust a heretic with brewing your recaf? You ought to take a dozen local commoners along as well to taste anything the criminal has handled. Then the Sarah's fate is decided. There's no point in staying here any longer. The heretic mentioned that destroying the altar would risk deaths among the local population. Whether he was lying or trying to manipulate us is irrelevant. The abomination must be destroyed. As for any casualties, the Emperor will know his own. I think you overestimate what's needed to supervise a Walmart. No, I don't. You have to be able to be a dick. You have to be able to be a dick to be a supervisor anywhere. Why a dick? Well, if somebody's not doing their job, you have to fucking deal with that. If there is conflict between employees, you have to deal with that. If there are customers being shitheads, you have to deal with that. Like if you're a doormat, you are not a supervisor. You are not a good supervisor. Also, what's up, Philemon? Yeah, that was one of the worst parts of being a supervisor. Like, the best example I have of sometimes you have to be a dick is when I was at Mercy, when I was working the hospital, right? I was in charge of scheduling. And scheduling in that place was a nightmare on the best of days. And for Christmas, it was an absolute fucking abomination. It's a Christian hospital. Everybody wants Christmas off. Who do you let off? Who do you allow to take Christmas off? Who do you have work their shifts? When 80% of the staff wants the day off, how do you make that choice? Well, the policy is you go first come, first serve. Does it matter that this 80-year-old woman has had Christmas off every year? The entire time she's worked there. And this is also the year that her husband died. And she wanted to spend Christmas with her family. Do you let her take Christmas off? Even though there were 16 people that requested it before her? Is it fair to give her that day off over the others when they did everything right and her request was delayed? Like, what do you do there? What do you do in that situation? You can't not be a dick in that situation. You're either gonna be an asshole to the old lady, or you're gonna be an asshole to the person who did what they were supposed to do. That's why I asked for my days off like a month in advance. That's why I asked for my days off the instant that they become available, 6 months in advance. But that's what I'm saying. The people that asked for their days off as soon as they were available, they did it the right way. Like, they were first come. They should have those days off. But this, tradition, like, this lady has, she always gets Christmas off. She's always asked for Christmas off. This is something. And by the way, I did not know any of that about her until after I made the schedule. And she comes up to me and she begs me. It's like, I had her scheduled. I had her scheduled on Christmas. I did not know any of that stuff about her. I had her scheduled on Christmas. It's like, I'm sorry. These other people asked off first. Them's the rules. And then she comes up and she's begging me. In tears. This is an 80-year-old sweetest woman that worked there. sweetest woman that worked there. 80 years old. Her husband just died this year. She wanted to spend it with family, yada, yada, like all of the things that I just said. And she is in tears. And I'm like, I can't change it now. If you could talk to people and have one of them take your shift, then that's fine. But I cannot, my hands are tied at this point. And it's like, it sucked. It sucked. And all of that to come back to, ain't no way Maeve is in any fucking, has any of the fucking qualities to be a governor of a planet. We'll fill this abomination with tons of ferrocrete and hide it as best we can. That way it won't hurt anyone else. Strange ringing stops, leaving behind an unpleasant echo in your ears. Your head must still be suffering from the effects of the moving between bodies. Lord Captain, do you read? The shuttle pilot reported the rescue operation. Enforcers are on their way. What is your status? Are you alive? Come in. Had a very difficult day, Victus. Get me out of this blasted hole. Copy, Lord Captain. Moment of ringing silence, and then 1,000 shards pierce your mind. A familiar voice coils around your thoughts, drowning them out. Are you leaving without even conversing with me, child? Without even asking yourself how such a vivid soul managed to remain intact? After wandering in the darkness's embrace and donning in others' guise? Such rare luck for a mortal. In the icy silence, you are struck with a series of incredibly lifelike recollections. You are not alone, and you never were. It was always there, in your shadow, in your blood, inside you. Yes, Derry, this luck is named the Edge of Daybreak. Had it not been for my sleepless gaze, your mind would have long since joined the mournful host of those who are no more. It was I who kept it whole and unharmed, for I could not allow such a radiant destiny to fall to some absurdity. But at times I do wonder, is it worthy of my protection? People are stronger than you think, demon. Naivety is a bold luxury. Is it not time to face the truth, child? The threads of fate will not obey your desire alone, but I can help you to grasp them once you are ready. Thankfully, I am generous. I give my chosen children time to understand. After all, human souls are so fragile. You feel a sharp pain, and a trickle of blood runs down your temple. And their time is so fleeting. The echo of the entity's voice lingers for a while, like the sound of distant thunder. Gonna get 50% disability soon? Nice! The shards of the monster structure emit a barely perceptible ringing sound. Or is it the voices? Or is it the stuff and things? Or is it the whispers of otherworldly voices telling of change? Well, I know what it isn't. It isn't. Loot! Give me the loot. The wheeler has a shield equipped. Whenever they hit the target with this maul, they immediately make a shield bash against that target. If it hits, target must be... God damn it. Okay, wait. So first off, Solomon. I wanted to... This is why I grabbed this shield back, because the shield block chance is slightly less, but a +1 to deflection, a +6% parry, versus just a basic bitch shield. Awesome stuff for my CK3 mod. Gonna continue doing that, and eventually more ROM hacking. Could really use some testers. $600 is not, but not having testers kind of rough. I can feel that. Not a problem right now, but once I'm testing, yeah. Okay, so here's the question. It is slightly less damage, but it is higher armor pen. Hmm. I think we do. The armor pencil. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Wait, did we actually kill this group of 3 back here? Hold on, wait. Oh my god, we got a fucking... Why do I have... Wait. Oh shit, I did not realize this. I mean, it's literally like, this is just objectively better in every way. More damage, more armor pen. I guess the marksman rifle has the 20% additional hit chance, but this one has 10 dodge reduction. Wait, what do you mean? This universe confuses me. I would argue for it, but I also don't know much about this universe. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I did. Like mixed fantasy with Renaissance style firearms. Clear lines of the heretics elicit a vague desire to touch them. I'd recommend against that. I'm gonna be entirely honest. Circles have been scrawled over whole stacks of scrolls. Each circle resembles the one daubed on the floor, but none replicated exactly. Study ballistic and historical weapons, so I know what weapons do. Okay, so like, where's the loot? Being lied to. Being lied to. I'm being told that there's loot and there isn't loot. Ah! Disgusting! Gross Expanse is a little study region beyond the edges of the Imperium. Since before records began, people have been drawn there because of reasons. Oh? Alright, to Dargonus we go. If visitors on the bridge seeking an audience or presence is required. Fuck! Who are you and why should I let you live? Who are all of these people? Your lordship, members of your crew have made a request to allow them to proclaim the most profound devotion to Lord Captain personally. Young man! Reached Iconoclast 3. Oh, shit! Your Highness, gracious Lord Captain, please let me speak on behalf of the whole crew and everyone and express our gratitude to you, officially, so to speak. The kind of leader you are, the way you treat people, now known in every corner of the expanse from football to the poorest, dirtiest, most unremarkable planet. All praise your dedication to the human spirit and goodwill. Everyone wants to serve under your command. There's no end to the volunteers. So the other day, when we were clearing out an abandoned sector for new living quarters, we found a forgotten vault right in the bilge of the ship, literally beneath our feet. Well, it turned out the vault had some centuries-old weapons in it. They look a bit odd, but they're powerful for sure. The good tech priest helped with the assembly and consecration of the weapons, and now you can strike down your enemies with even greater might. Your lordship, apart from the weapons, the crew has sent one more find to the bridge as a token of its eternal gratitude, a most ancient mechanism, which our tech priests have dubbed the Celestium Observatorum. Alas, its machine spirit refuses to heed their rights, which makes the device more symbolic and aesthetic than practical in purposes. Do you wish to see it? Sure. Wait, so, but I know they have executions which enhance their power. Executions also make melee viable sometimes again, IRL 2, but not in the way where you charge someone, but close quarters combat has historically always had some role, even after World War One. So it's never complete. Well, yeah, like, you will eventually, potentially, possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of, how is this the newest thing that I got? Whatever. Um, well, okay, so not everybody has exoskeleton. Most of the people actually are just like people. All right, chart new routes. All right, we're up to 13 now. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna quickly do some ship combat. God damn it. Please let this be quick. Please let this be quick. I'm trying to get to Dargonus. I swear to God. Half of the optional locations. Okay.
Idira, is there something you wish to tell me about? Namely, the mess in the wardroom last week.
Ugh, stop blaming me every time one of the officers flies off the handle, old man. Not every brawl or disaster on this ship is because of me.
That's kind of fucked up, Abelard. The ruins vaguely resemble the architecture of the Imperium, and yet there are some subtle differences to these structures. I was not expecting a level up there. It took me by surprise. All right. If I... Might take this. Alright, what do we got? To some radius around the vanguard, suffer minus except all types except the vanguards of any of these enemies consider the vanguard part of your target. Can run through machine guns in the future is not, but I just don't see that type of armor existing yet. Well, I mean, well, fucking, let's be real. If you're hit with 13 arrows, you're not exactly surviving that either. Like, none of this is realistic. You're not gonna walk away from a troll hitting you with a maul. Right? Like, you just get, like, a fucking tree limb to the face being swung by a 9-foot tall monster. You're not getting up from that. It's gonna collapse all of your insides. I will if I roll for half damage. It's not a fireball, it's an attack swing. Arrows at a medieval armor. You can survive. Bad though, because you could. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's assuming you're wearing a full suit of plate armor, though. Which even back then, when plate armor was quote unquote common, it wasn't common. Yeah. And not even most of them. Like, only, like, the rich nobles had that shit. You know what? Every human that doesn't have Stronger Together, I'm getting Stronger Together. The armor stopping the arrows is what AC is. It didn't hit you because the armor stops it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point of that. What do we do with you? Agility? Ballistic skill? Wait, what are her stats? I guess I was doing ballistic skill, so that would make sense. Sure, why not? Ah, so she already has that. Get stuck in joist though, which makes you unable to move that part of your body. Well, that's if somebody succeeds with their CMB check, right? Allies gain the ability to reposition the combat tactics area they are currently in at the cost of 1 AP. That's interesting. I actually didn't realize that. It's just combat tactics area. Those aggressors use all officer abilities on allies in the area regardless of distance. Oh, wait. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an allied... Oh, wait. That's actually, like, insanely good for her because she's constantly doing that. Cassia, help. This is actually good with Adira in the party because her normal chain lightning does hit allies. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do ally coordination for her. Hell yeah. Okay. We did it! Uncover the pattern. Single look at the strange pattern is enough to send your mind reeling. Oh my god. All right. So it's a star on a stick. We have pentagram with a stick. Human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It is inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. That sounds terrifying. Those carved a strange pattern on the floor. As you look at the lines, a fog descends over your mind. Well, that's good. That's to jump through this window. So what happens here? Oh my god.
Was that you? Or
That's just the master state. The herd I will obey. Also, we see. Oh, hey, goods. What does this say? Furious male voice covered through the old boxes. Captain Trevor Durhath. I like the bullion. Get your asses back here to the surface. Get me out of here, you shits. My guts may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging toad gives way to strangled rescue. Hey, can you hear me? Respond. I'll pay double. Just don't leave me here, damn it. It's going so well. We even figured out how to open the first sphere thanks to the pattern on the floor. Yeah. Who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either. Cowards. The moment the beam was directed back, I was already lying with my guts turned inside out. They were running off with my goods. Oh, Emperor, you whoreson. Why'd you leave me like that? I'm scared. Oh, yes. No, I don't want to die. Not alone. Aren't you supposed to watch over all your children? Quiet, you lot. Shut it already. Can't even hear myself. Recording is silent for a few moments. All you can hear is the sound of someone pounding the shell of a void suit with the recording device. I'm cold. I wonder if I'll die from a lack of oxygen or will my organs give out earlier. The damn god, the damn Imperial, the image gradually deteriorates. Warhammer does not rely on actual magic much, right? Well, the Empire at least. So you have psychers, which are basically magic. They're basically magic users. Navigators are also basically magic users. Oh, nice. The Inquisitor is also a mage, but he's a psyker. He's still a psyker. Praying to the Emperor is basically magic. That's like clerical magic. Okay, so for whatever reason, at some point you're going to need to jump out that window.
Shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
All right, what do we got? Cracked Xeno chest. A small chest made from strange material, has no keyhole or any other openings. Murky crystal on the lid is cracked, but continues to grow inscrutably. Supposed to be dead, but nobody knows. How dare you say such a thing? Heresy!
What torments you?
Okay. Because this is the pattern that it was in before. So then I need to redirect this. Okay, good. So then... there.
The dead know nothing, and neither do the ignorant.
Hell yeah. Remember, it's not dead because if he was dead, things would either get massively better or massively worse, and nobody knows which. Whenever the wielder suffers energy, fire, power, or warp damage, this sword absorbs part of that damage, reducing it by 0. Wielder gains 0. Armor pen for the next attack. Stacks. Sword deals additional 0 damage. Most warriors prefer. Alright. So that's it? Wait, suddenly the athletics check. Okay, there we go. Wait. I'm curious. No, okay. I was like, I'm really curious. Okay, so... and that's it, right? Because this was already... I already tried this. And it didn't work. Oh, I can't even interact with it anymore. Oh. Okay. Number two did a. Hey, Zids, what's up? Seems very similar to the Pathfinder in such games. I mean, it's made by the same people. Hi. That got me. All right. Well, it's time to repair everybody's wounds.
But of course.
Okay. So wait. Okay. So that the only thing that I can figure is that I'm supposed to be doing like the reverse. So like, okay. So first we did like here, 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 here for that star. And now I think it's going to be here, 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 here for that star. Apparently not. Going into the B. Yeah. Are there any other designs on the floor anywhere? Why is Vesper way the fuck over there? Hmm. Hello, Taco. We're currently being very confused with the puzzle.
Will do.
I wish casting this on Vesper would also remove the wounds, but... No fat figure every fourth word. Hell yeah. Okay, so Jello, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do either of these signs have anything to do with the shape that I'm trying to make? Definitely looking at the clue for the first one. Symbols correspond to the four pillars, the central pillar, and the mouse statue. Right. So this symbol is the one that I'm trying to replicate then? And it just isn't doing it for some reason? The star symbol is the one you want. Okay. I already did the star symbol. No. I did the star symbol. That's how I got this sword. Yeah, so I got the sword. I did the first part of the puzzle. I'm just curious, is there like another hint that I'm missing? Because I got the chest in there now. Yeah, I got the box. It's in the mouth now. Oh, the item image for the box. Oh man, I'm so glad that. All right, well, we're just gonna take the damage, I guess.
I will not die
All right, Adira, heal us again. Okay, so let me. Okay, so if it's just find a symmetrical 5-pointed shape. How do you manage that? Here, 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 here. But it starts here. So if I go here, I wonder. All right. Damn it!
Anything else?
So that would make an amount of sense. Yeah, I don't think I would have ever gotten that. Okay, what do we got? Whenever the wearer kills an enemy, they receive a stacking +5 bonus to willpower. Until the end of combat? Alright, so let's see. Where's everyone at? Where's the enemies at? So we got Pink Horror, Screamer of Siege, Pink Horror. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Abelard is gonna be here. Let's move Cassia back. Adira. More demons? More demons, more fun. More demons, more fun. Terry back. There we go. Was the only force sword in the game other than the... Damn!
I'd like to, but I can't.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? fucking kidding me? All right, so we're gonna do this.
Was that you? Or
This. This. And then we're gonna do this. Feels good. All right. Really? Double, really? What the fuck? No way. 90%, and I got a 93. All right. Oh, that's unfortunate.
mocking me?
All right, well, I guess we're doing this with you. Are you fucking kidding me? Should have bought her a pair of glasses instead of blind it. Maybe so. Maybe so.
The Emperor commands.
It's only a 4% difference. Wait, 65 to 70 versus 70 to 66. Wait, why is it so... Yeah. That sucks. Dodge heavy enemies in the game, though you're pretty over level for being here. Good. I like being over leveled. Being over leveled is ideal, in fact.
Anything else?
Really? There we go. Are you fucking kidding me? 7% parry chance.
If I may,
Whoop. Hey, our first example of that happening today. Hooray, we did it. Give Abelard another turn. Let's give Abelard another turn.
Target well struck. Reduced to dust.
Nice. All right. Now, we want this. And we want to replace that. And what is this one? Eldari equipment. 15 perception minus. So you can wear this. You can't. Interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. Do we care about her willpower? We do not. Damn. I guess I don't really care about her perception either. I just don't have anybody else they could use Eldari armor, except for, you know, the Eldari, but I don't care about her. You get weapon permission, but not armor? That's what it is. Disgusting. All right, well, even still, that is well worth it. Idira is now much more powerful than she was before her, and she was already a fucking monster. I can't believe that I still haven't gotten to fucking Dargonus. Can't learn to reshape your head or grow to 9 feet tall. Yeah, well, maybe you can't. Adamantine? What is our edit? We only have 5. The Lone Mountain Jade is composed entirely of a mineral that with a shiny mirror-like substance. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear, starry nights, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew of Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Yes. The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterward. Cabela spent hours wandering among the mirrored paths, marveling at the wonder of nature. She thanked the Domin for the opportunity to see incredible places so different from the darkness of the lower decks. That is the most human fucking thing that she has done so far. I figured it would be like Idira or something that would do something like this, but Cabela, that's surprising. All right, Cabela. And obviously, as soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha Labouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her sole satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You're in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. Oh, we're just gonna kill her. I know I have 2 minutes before I'm supposed to stop. In fact, we're going to silence the alarm. No alarm jump scare. I'm actually keeping track of what's going on here.
Strike them now!
Dinner, good luck. Enjoy your dinner. Hi, bitch. You want some of this too? I could just barely get to him. I could just barely get to him. Awesome. Oh, shit.
Send our enemies to the void.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. I just know that a lot of things are just about died. Wait, if I do this. That was actually really easy. Hell yeah. We did it! We did it! Goodbye, Ricardo! Have a good night. Are we actually getting to Dargonus? Guys. You know what? I'm gonna do this because I don't want to deal with anything. Wait. Am I stupid? Wait, I thought this was Dargonus. Fuck. am I actually stupid? Oh, it's one more jump. It's one more jump. It's one more jump. It's one more jump. All right, we're gonna make this one safe as well. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got there. Oh shit, I did not realize I'm at 87 profit factor. Damn. that is gonna be it. We got there. We got to fucking Dargonus. It took us it took us a week and a half. But we got there. We got there. So next week we're actually gonna be going to Dargonus and figuring out what the hell's going on. We did it. Thank God. Thank God we did it. We got here, we did the thing, we got here, we did it. So next week, no stream tomorrow or Sunday as always. Next Tuesday, did I say tomorrow or Sunday? Tomorrow or Monday as always. Next Tuesday we're going to be doing the Ditto solo run. We are clearing out Silphco and other areas. And if we beat Silphco or Koga's Gym, that is a new PB for the Ditto run. That will then be further than we've ever gotten before. Beyond that, next Wednesday we're going to be finishing up Devil May Cry 4. I finally ran home. I know, it took forever. Yeah, so finishing Devil May Cry 4 next week, doing Silphco and trying to continue actual story progression in the Ditto run next week on Tuesday, and then next Friday and Saturday we're going to be doing more Rogue Trader stuff, finally getting back to Dargonus. I will actually have an accurate stream title next Friday. We're actually going to be dealing with the crisis that's on Dargonus. Oh my God. Took us forever to get here. Like, I was hoping to finish fucking chapter 2 this week, and we couldn't even get to Dargonus. Like, that is wild. But anyway, that's the plan for next week. If you are over on the YouTube side of things, and you have not done so already, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, if you could hit that like button. Both of those things help out very much. Also, if you would like notifications on when I go live, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 6 p.m. Central, hit that bell button. Turn on notifications. If you're over on the Kick side of things, hit that follow button to basically get the same thing. If you would like to financially support me and the stream, I have my links to my Patreon and my Throne down in the YouTube description, and I do have subscriptions available on Kick. So, yeah, if you want to throw me a little bit of money, I would very much appreciate it, because I'm a broke motherfucker. But obviously, not required. But yeah, regardless of all of that, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.